him to play up or GP. And is Marvin the Italian guy? Is he that?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure. No, no, I'm
Okay,
pretty
so
sure.
there's a
Uh,
different one, but yep, someone that decided to bring Don Quixote Rosinante OPO5 to the regional, and both players are still undefeated. Yes, guys, both players still undefeated for our round 6 game. And Justin, I think he did play Moria back in the day, so that's not completely new for him, if I'm not wrong. Of course, Justin, also a good friend and a great player, but now he's need to play against a matchup where, again, you have to know the matchup very good. You're playing against, yeah, a leader that is the only leader in this whole game that has the block ability. And then at the end of your turn, if you have 6 or less cards in your hand, set this leader's active. Obviously, if you are going to attack with him and you have 7 cards or 8 cards in hand, you cannot use the leader to block. Otherwise, it would
mhm.
be way too strong. So that's the only downside for this leader, but still a very good deck if you know how to pilot it. And I'm super happy to see this deck, yeah, in first time in action. So Moria starting off with Sindri on 3 Dawn Brook. That's a good start. And now we see, oh, Gum Gum Bell as a trigger. Now he's allowed, yep, to put that 2 cost or less Uta this time from trash to hand. Wow, that's super spicy. And for Rosinante, we are going to see a 3-cost Mihawk. If you have
And
2 or less
Cavendish?
characters on field, you can play out a 4-cost or less slash character, and there's Cavendish.
Yep. But with that Brook on the board, potentially we can deal very easily with that Cavendish. And I'm thinking about, we did see a Hina already in trash for the Black Moria. So Rebecca Hina is a very easy way to clear the Cavendish from the Rosinante side. A thing that is not possible and which has been done before is swinging like 9k onto Cavendish, use your or in this case 8k, and use your leader effect, because the leader Rosinante can just block the Cavendish. Um, that's definitely a thing, but yeah, we did see a Hina in trash.
Yeah, and I see a lot of spicy cards like Gum Gum Bell, Uta. Last time we saw Moria last weekend, also on the top cut. That's the first time I see Moria playing Uta and Gum Gum Bell. I know Justin very good. I know that he is a very big fan of Gum Gum Bell. And wow, that he decided to bring Moria with this card looks very interesting. So let's see what he's going to do. Yep, there is a Hina in hand. So 3 Dawn for the 3-cost Hina. Give up to one of your opponent characters -4. There's a 5k swing from Brook into Rosinante leader. And of course, he's going to minus that Cavendish and also KOing that Cavendish because he's a 0-cost. And there's still 1 Dawn up to swing 6 for leader or 5 and maybe play out something else. But yep, that's just a 6k swing.
So, question. How much games do you think the Moria has into Rosinante, and how much game do you think Rosinante has into Moria?
Wow. That's again a very good question. I know Justin, and I know that he's playing and practice a lot, a lot, a lot. But I don't think that he played against Rosinante that often. Maybe with a different deck, but I'm sure with Maria, I would say, or I would guess 0 games. Same goes for Marvin. I don't think that he faced Maria. Maybe he tested it um, via remote. Maybe with some maybe there is a local where he played against Gecko Moria, then there's a higher chance that he played against it. I think a lot of people tried to play Moria since the last week.
Mhm.
So a higher chance for him to know the matchup better or to practice the matchup better. But for Justin, if you bring Moria to a local, I'm not expecting Rosinante there. But we got some Rosinante players at our local, so nothing new for me. But yeah, not sure. I would guess 0.
And here we go. 4 costs Sabo. And it's the new art that is out, right? Because it's the protective Sabo that I mentioned earlier,
Yep,
the 2k counter. If one of your characters other than Sabo with an original cost of 7 or lower would be removed from the board by your opponent's effects, you may instead return this character to your hand. So we learned about this card during the Usopp times, where it was played as your 2k counter. It's also a Dressrosa card, of course. But yeah, getting some protection on. And maybe the reason, therefore, is because next turn he wants to play out some 5, 6, or 7 costs to be protected. However,
exactly. Yeah,
Moria can easily get rid of that Sabo. That Sabo is also not a slash, of course, and it's not a 5 cost. So the 2 cost blocker is just a blocker.
yep. Just a blocker, but still a protection for maybe a different card, like 4 cost Cavendish. Normally, if you are playing against a deck that is mono black, of course, your protection is very important, especially that Sabo. So
Hmm.
Justin is going to play out the 2 cost Uta that he picked up by using the Gum Gum Bell trigger. -2 into the Sabo, 1 down
Do we
under
have
leader.
Absalom?
That's the question. Yep, Absalom could be the best play here. Let's see. 6k swing into Mihawk. He is going to use the lead ability. Yep, he is going to trash the Absalom. And there's also an Absalom that he trashed from the top of his deck because he needs to trash 2 cards. Now, Absalom ability, you need to return 2 cards from your trash to the bottom of your deck. And then you can KO a character with a cost of 2 or less. And now you also got 2 down left to probably swing 7. But first of all, there's still the 6k swing into Mihawk. He's going to block this one, means, yep, this attack is going into leader. He is going to take this one. Yeah, probably a 7k swing from Hina
Yep.
into Mihawk, but there's still a blocker on board, so a chance that he need to protect his Mihawk. But that would be the only character on board.
Also, something to mention, not too casually, those 2 beautiful world dons from Justin's
Yeah,
side as
wow,
well to play with.
beautiful Don.
Yep, we have worlds done from 2024 and 23. The 24 is hidden right now, and the 23 is beneath the leader Moria.
Yep, that's one of the, if not the coolest Don that we got. Of course, you only will get a playset if you are a contender of the World Championship.
Hmm.
Justin wasn't a contender, but one of our good friends, Fabi, was one of them. So I'm sure that, yeah, Fabi is like, yeah, I can give you at least
Hmm.
one. So you have one for your deck. And I know Justin very good. He's always playing his deck in high rarity. And I just love to see these beautiful Dawn. I hope one day I will also have a playset in my hand. So Rosinante
Maybe
is
end of this year.
maybe, yeah. We will
Yeah,
see. We will see. I hope
yeah,
so.
yeah. We protected that 4K Mihawk very hard. So I'm really curious to what he wants to achieve with this 4K Mihawk. Wants to get rid of the Uta, I guess, because the leader can't get rid of the Uta.
Exactly. And now we do see a kit,
Yep.
but
But the
yep,
kid,
there's no Dawn on the kit.
nope. Seems like he wanted to play out the Rosinante just to play it out for free, I guess, to get a blocker out. And if they swing on your kit, you're perfectly fine with it because you're indirectly making your leader an 8K. So
Yep, exactly. So I think it's fine to use that kit
mhm.
only for the ability to bring out one more blocker. So with leader, 2 blockers,
The
that
problem
should be
is we defended that Mihawk so hard that we
fine.
don't have a lot of um, defensive tools to protect the Mihawk, to protect the 8-cost kit right now. That
Absolutely.
is the main thing that I'm worried about.
Yep, that's absolutely right. There's only one card in hand. Of course, he needed to protect his Mihawk just to attack the Uta, because that Uta, as a 2-cost, is doing such a great job every turn.
Mhm.
Also, I'm a very big fan of the altered version. The Uta as a child looks so cool. And yeah, that Mihawk was very important because with his Mihawk character, of course, he's allowed to get rid of the Uta. With Rosinante leader, it doesn't work because of Uta's ability. She's protected by being KO'd from your opponent leaders. So let's see what just a turn is going to look. So he is going for a 5k swing. Of course, if you know your opponent only got one card in hand,
Mm,
every
He,
single swing is very, very dangerous for Marvin. And
he
look, he's
is
going to block this one.
he is going to block, so that leaves only Rosinante. Well, of course, you also have your leader if he will start to swing onto your 8-cost kit, but I'm very positive that I don't think he will. Well, at least not instantly. Also, we do have a second Upsilon in Trash, so I wouldn't be surprised if Moria will swing. Because we are taking now, and now he can just for 3 Dawn swing 6 and KO that Rosinante. Even
Yep.
if he really wants to kill the. No, the kit can't be removed because of the leader. Guess
Yeah.
you are putting the Rosinante to 0. That's the thing. So you need to Dawn to rest for your leader ability. Seems like he is going for a 7
Yeah.
and
At least
play
a
out.
7k.
Actually swing 6-8 if he wants, 7-8 if he wants to, right?
Yep. You can also
See
do
that.
that.
Oh no, we have 7-7 because of we are at 9.
9 done. Yeah. Right. So he's just going for a 7k swing here with his leader.
Mm-hmm.
Use the leader ability to bring out Absalom to get rid of Rosinante. So that 7k swing is definitely going into Mihawk or leader. But yep, looks like it's going
Mm-hmm.
to a leader. He has to go down to 0 life.
I
And with
wouldn't be
only 3
surprised.
cards in hand, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we swing 7 because Kit
Yep.
doesn't have it done. Only 3 cards, so we can go for game. And
Wow.
full of bricks. Well,
Oh,
not full, but 1-2k. But yeah, it didn't look good from the start for the Rosinante with